So I was making a bumper to knock players off the level in my game Fluff'n'Roll, a classic high-speed precision platformer, but I had no idea that this could happen. Holy shit. So you can just skip the level that I've been putting my blood, sweat, and tears into designing for the last 3 days? That's great. But I'm gonna keep it in my game anyways, because I think it might just make my game better. Let me explain. But first, we need to rewind to where this all started. Okay, that's not what I meant. I'm at the start of making the bumper. I think that's legitimately nightmare fuel.
Will it blend?
As an amateur artist, the answer is mostly no. But for this time, it was simple enough for me not to pull my hair out. If I couldn't do this, maybe it would have been time to pull the plug. From my computer, of course. And here it is. Could I get a round of applause? No? Okay. And then I slapped some code on it and gave it a 9 to 5 job. And this is the testing zone. You might see some unexplained features in the corners of this testing room. I'll show you what I added before the end of this video. Anyways, I'm gonna have 2 bumpers. A yellow one that implies a gentler nudge. And a white one that gives a much stronger blast. And interestingly, depending on the current tilt of the level, the player will blast away differently. If you're rolling towards the bumper when you hit it, you'll have an upward arc. And if you're not tilting when you hit it, you won't have an arc. It's pretty noticeable, and it gave me an idea. What if I built levels that intentionally use this mechanic? So let me walk you through my first level using bumpers. So because I'm introducing a new feature, this level should be pretty simple. So first you dodge a singular bumper, then you weave in between 2 bumpers, and then you dodge a singular bumper again. And then you get to this part of the level where it's a little more complicated. You see 3 bumpers and a ramp. I thought it'd be interesting to make the player need to use the bumper to reach the next section. I also tried to incorporate the subtle mechanic that I mentioned earlier. The plan was for a perfectly flat tilt to launch the player smoothly off the ramp and into the goal. But if the player tilted too far, the trajectory would overshoot the ramp, leading to failure. Unfortunately, this didn't work at all. The tilt angle didn't affect the trajectory enough, and I could clear this part of the level with both an arced hit and a grounded hit. Anyways, let me just show you how I tried to clear this section of the level. Boom! And then, I'm locked in. Yes. Somebody commented that even the developer can't hit the exits, and I'm really not beating those allegations. But anyways, after further testing, I realized you could do something crazy, and that these bumpers might be completely broken. And if you haven't seen my channel because of then wishlist Fluff'n'Roll on Steam. If you do, you might receive a whopping $0.
Huh?
So in one of my attempts to clear the level, I hit the first bumper and its force launched me so fast that I ended up flying up the ramp and then in the air. This was a little unexpected. And then I had another idea. What if I could get my fluff ball back to the bumper? What would happen then? And then just after a few attempts, no tilt, in bumper, fly off the back. Oh wow. Oh. Holy crap. No. Yeah, I think this definitely can be used to skip the entire level. So, should I delete this bumper? I really didn't intend for it to be used as a launch pad when I wrote the code, and the answer is no. Being able to skip levels is a high-skilled bug. Feature. It took me like 20 minutes to pull off the skip for the first time, and I was even a Rocket League Grand Champ. Off the bumper. Oh, that's something. Finally.
Nice shot!
I've also been cooking up a somewhat evil idea. I want to add a level where you have to use this broken mechanic. So just because a feature doesn't work the way it was intended, doesn't mean it's bad. In fact, it's kind of perfect. It adds depth to the gameplay, rewarding skilled players who take the time to experiment and master the mechanics. Plus, it adds replayability. Players can beat the level the intended way, or challenge themselves to find skips and alternate routes. So this is my rough draft of my level where you have to use the bumper as a launch pad. Wow. Maybe I should rename the level to something like Fluffball Discovers NASA Training Facility? But this is a little too easy. Let's add a turn at the beginning so you can't just hold down straight and already be lined up with the bumper. This simple edit makes the level like 10 times harder. So this feels a little worse than expected. So because of basketball, I'm adding a backboard.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. For the first turn, you need to gain momentum, or you won't get enough speed to hit the bumper in the correct spot. This level was a little harder than expected, so I'm just gonna show you a couple of my attempts. Oh. Okay, I give up. Again. Line up. And... nice. That was pretty cool. But you know what's cooler? Speed boost pads. Jump pads. I just thought, if I have a bumper that launches you in random directions, why don't I just make some features that launch you in the direction that I actually want you to go? And surprisingly, these do exactly what you would expect. Wow. And you can give these different orientations, which will boost you in different directions. If you put it backwards, you need to gain enough speed to get through it. These jump pads are similar, but they propel you up. The red one launches you slightly higher than the green one. And I'm still making levels with these and other features, so watch out and subscribe if you want to see more. I think recently I might have spent more time playing my game than making it. But anyways, making levels with these broken bumpers has been pretty fun, and I think it definitely makes my game better. If you guys have any ideas for levels or features that I should add to my game, let me know in the comments.